What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the London session live streams again. Let's invite everyone to the Zoom. Yo, good morning, welcome. What's up, web? DJ moving mad. Yeah, I took the buys. Bro, I wish I held, man. Holy shit. I took my buys from right here. 156 flat. Normally I never buy that high, but I was like, yeah, fuck it. Oh my days. I should have held that. I should have would have, right? Could have would have. Oh, we're pretty crazy. Oh, I'm so white because it's so gray outside. Yeah, I was looking at it too. I was like, for sure people are gonna sell. And the reason people are gonna sell is this. We're at the home. Sorry that I'm going so fast. We're at this resistance at 156, right? 156. Everyone gonna be like, yeah, we're tapping against that resistance. We ain't gonna go higher than that. We're at the top. And then all the gases in the petrol reminded me of the UK that they're standing still. So I was looking at the monthly, weekly candle. I see there's a weekly resistance right there. There's a monthly resistance sitting right there with a wick. I was like, yeah, I saw it coming up there. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna go. That's not gonna go down. That's first of all, it's gonna push up, take everyone out, and then it's gonna do some dodgy business. So I was like, I was looking on the 5-minute. Eventually, I saw the 4-hour close nicely. I mean, it did close below that resistance, but you can see from the past days, it has a lot of potential. You see resistance over here, resistance over here, resistance, 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 have all been broken. Price does not care. It does not care. There's too many things in the background that are playing with the price. There's too many things that are going on with the price. If you look on the 1-hour time frame, you could say, hey, some candles didn't close that well, but when I saw this candle close, this 1-hour candle closed, right? And with this next candle here at 8 o'clock, and we had that enormous push down. Now you can see there's a little candle sitting right here. And if you go to the lower time frames, you can see this is actually a previous resistance. So is everything streaming? You know, yes, perfect. Okay. So break above 156, 600, it could fly. No, I wouldn't even bear buying. You should be buying in this wick right here, in this region. Otherwise, you should not think about it. I bought like, because if you're gonna buy over here, first of all, look, is it better to try FTMO trade with your personal account with 2K starting, or start trading with your personal account? Gabriel, first trade with your personal account, and then if you can consistently make 10%, at least in a month, then you're Gucci. Now, the problem is, if you're gonna buy all the way up top of there and there's no current new support formed at 600 something, then your stop loss is gonna be 70 pips, because your stop loss needs to be below the structured, which does not make sense. So, either you should have been in recuse strategy, and recuse strategy is buying over here, or you should have been in where I was buying. No, I didn't call it out on the stream, you know, but well, we all get taught every day if you listen on the streams, right? So look on the 15-minute time frame as well. Here in the 30-minute was a retest. 15-minute, we had this retest over here, candle closed, right? 5-minute time frame, you can see this candle retesting back down, right? You see this candle having a very hard time pushing further down. You saw the rejection every time form, boom, boom, rejection, rejection. Break up the highs, break up 156 something. Now, you could have also gotten in even lower, right over here. I was waiting because I don't really usually trade GJ that much. But the only thing you have to do is just take a buy at 156 when the 5-minute highs got broken. And then rode the price up, because you know volume time was coming. We were pretty much 15 minutes away from volume time, and price just decided to close high as well. Closed all the way over here, right? So if you're in from the bottom, and I see someone is even lower than me, 914, that's somewhere over here, right? You took it probably yeah, or a late Asian session, then you're Gucci. Then you can probably hold it. It will probably retest 130, and then continue moving up, right? I agree, it's too high to buy at the moment. It's way too high. Like, to be fair with you, if you buy right now, you're an idiot. That's it. I can't say much more about it. Look how amazing this push is from the last pushes. You can see this was a push like that, but you can see how clean this push is. See how clean, how fast. Didn't hesitate. This was a hesitational push, you see? It was like rocky road, rocky road, rocky road. Come back. Very nice push up again. Come back down. Very nice push up again. You can see, maybe if you also start looking at the times, right? You can see when those times are for the amount of pushes, right? When price starts pushing up. So the only thing you have to do is look from hey, like, what time happened, what time did it happen yesterday, right? You're gonna see we had a pretty much a small push up from here back up to the highs with a retest of the highs. It's pretty much the same structure. See, push back down, retest of this area, candle rejection, just the same, break of the high, continuation up. Now, this wasn't that big, this was only a 12 pip move, but it looks the same, right? This is even crazy. I don't know what's going on with the rest of it. I already took my profit. I'm not in anymore, but that's mad. I'm nearly 50. Oh my days. Should have held that. Should have held more at least. I didn't expect this as well. Like, for me, I expected price to come up to here and then maybe a little bit higher, but it is what it is, right? It's pretty good. I do see coming back down soon. Maybe at that 500 level. If we're gonna look left, on the 4-hour time frame, let's say. We have to go back pretty far. There is some rejection sitting up here, especially at 612. 612 rejection. You see your rejection over here. You see rejection over here, and now we have that resistance at 350 of 1 hour. Now we go. Oh, I can't see that. Can we see that? No, we can't. But that's such bullshit. 2 hour maybe? Oh yeah, 2 hour we can. A little left. 2 hour we can. 2 hour. Oh no, we can't. What is that? Some bullshit. Oh no, we can't. There's probably a 1 hour resistance sitting right up here. I can't see it, but that's probably like it got created in London session as well. So there should be time for a retracement very soon. I do not think that we're going to break 600 yet. I think we're first going to retrace back down towards 130 and then maybe do some other business. Look at those candles, man. That's your hair looks amazing, Luke. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I don't know when it's going to pull back exactly, but there of such a push on GJ 50 pips. I do see it. I do see it. I don't know if gold is going to continue moving further down. I do have a. There is a high probability because this weekly candle. Let's remove this line. This weekly candle is printed bullish, right? Now I'm looking at two things that it can do. Either it can say, hey, we're gonna push further up last moment. So look at it as a 1 hour candle, right? Look at it as a 1 hour candle. You know, the last minutes of a 1 hour candle, either it's gonna pull back very hard, it's gonna stay in the same place, or it's gonna push up very hard and close without a top wick, or barely a top wick. So these are the three scenarios you gotta look for when you're looking at gold right now. Now for me it's a little bit sketchy. The reason why is because on the 1 hour time frame we broke the structure. On the 3 hour time frame we broke the structure. On the 2 hour time frame we broke the structure. So we just closed 30-minute bullish candle. We had a 1 hour wick fill, but all of this is just pretty small. There's not a lot of trading room right now. That's why I stepped over to GJ for a moment. It's around a 40 pip move. What I would do personally, and I don't know if it's going to work out directly, but this is what I'm looking for myself, and if this happens, I'm going to take it. I'm waiting for price to start pushing bullish back up. So I want to see price push bullish back up, tap this zone over here, because this looks like a pretty important zone, right? It's right here. Pretty much this line that's already descending right here, right? And see that as a retest or continuation moving down again. That's what I'm looking for. Retest of the lows and then continuation down towards right here. That's what I'm looking for. And I think that could play out. Now, the 4 hour did not break structure yet, but you can see on the 1 hour time frame, you can look a little bit deeper on the 1 hour time frame. You're gonna see, lay it out with arrows. You can see the bullish push over here. Make that a different color for a moment. See the bullish push over here, lower low, right? We're in a strong bullish uptrend right now, which is a problem, right? We had the push coming down. We had a break of structure right here. Come down, come up. Didn't care about the break of structure. Push higher up because the trend is bullish, right? It was only there to make a higher low, continue moving up. Like it faked everyone into sells. Got to look at the actual trend as well. So, oh, the date is to oh, I forgot to change it. I'm sorry. There we go. Now it should be good. I had buys at 156, 165. It was pretty high, but you are Gucci though. You're pretty good amount up. Just bought. Are you mad? So, and then here we had some consolidation. It looks like a little bit of a wedge. And I don't care about wedges, but we had some consolidation, breakout. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Looking for a retest of this lower high. Continue moving down. Retest of this area. Now, what I do with that, the big difference in this move is going to be that the second leg is always going to be bigger. Now, if you had the first leg, let's say you were selling over here, you've been 30 pips in profit, but you also had a 26 pip stop loss, right? Now, if you get in based on that retest all the way over here at the line, you're only going to have an 18 pip stop, and your first target is already going to be 40 pips. Second target is going to be around 80 pips. So your risk reward is going to be way greater. So let price play out. Let it do what it wants to do. Let it go over here. Let it do its business. Come back up, retest, and then try and take the sells down. Now, there's a couple things that we have to look out for today. Because if you look on Forex Factory and we go to Friday, it's Friday, then it's Sunday. What? We have core retail sales, which can, if there could be, like CPI, could be a little bit priced in. As we saw about CPI, it did some crazy shit in the beginning. Was not the best day to really trade gold on that day. Was just going too fast. If this is priced in, we're going to probably see some weird movement coming up to New York. So be careful. Keep in mind CPI today. Don't overtrade, don't over risk. Does not make sense. It's Friday. You don't want to waste all your profits. Let it go. That's it. That's all I want to say. You know? But if a nice setup forms, pick on a lower risk and try and play it out. Let it run further so you make the same amount as you were making on a higher risk. The only thing you gotta do, right? Because eventually, if you risk that 1%, right? You risk that 1%. You only have to go twice as far to get the same amount. So let's say your 1% is at 10 pips. The only thing you have to do, and you should have more confidence, is go half the lot size, so 50% of the position, and just let it run to 20, and then you still make 20 pips, right? I mean the 2%, right? So let it go, let it run, and you still make the amount that you really want to make, but your risk is going to be way less. The only thing is you're going to move it more like a swing trade type, because you're going to just leave it longer. Not really swing trade, but you're going to leave it a little bit longer. The only thing you got to do. Gold is continuing to drop. Crazy. And here you go, 5-minute candle closure on UPPJPY. What do you mean that's high? Look at GJ structure, that's perfect entry. What are you talking about? No, I find that high. I find that high. If I'm buying over here, I find that high. Because you gotta take it in perspective, right? You gotta take it in perspective. When price is making higher highs and higher lows, right? Let's put right. Price is making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, writing this. Right? When price is making higher highs, higher lows, right? You gotta point out where you want to be in. Now, I can say, and I've done this before the same way your entry is right now. It might be fun right now, but sooner or later it's gonna be a lot harder. So we have this confluence over here. We have this resistance formed over here, right? And we have this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Now, I'm gonna ask you the question, Peter. Do you want to buy high or do you want to buy low? When you go to the watch store and you're trying to buy a new Rolex, and you know the price shot up, and last month it was worth 9,000 and now it's worth 10,000, right? You're gonna buy it for 10,000? Buying high. You want to buy it for 8. right? You're not gonna buy that for overpriced. So sincerely, if you look at price making higher highs, higher lows, every time you buy high, uh, yo, sorry, if you buy high, you buy low, you're not buying at the right trend, at the right moments because you're pretty much buying as high as you can, right? So where you want to be buying, what confirmations would you have had to buy lower? I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you in a minute. I had those. I'll show you in a minute. So this is that resistance. When you're gonna buy over here, yeah. First of all, your risk to reward is gonna be shit. Your stop loss is gonna be pretty big against where price is gonna go. Now don't look at this number because this doesn't make any sense, right? But your stop loss is gonna be way bigger because if you would have been inside this trade over here, where was the first support? The first support was all the way over here. That meant that you have a 20 pip stop. My stop loss was 7 pips. Right? My loss would have only lost 7 pips. But my reward was 10 times bigger because I was already in from the bottom. Right? You've been up now 40 pips. That's a good amount. Fair play to you. But it's still dangerous because you could have also lost 20 pips. Your risk reward is only 1 to 2. We're going to count mine in a second. Right? So where you want to be buying, you want to be buying over here. What time frame? 5. Okay. You want to be buying over here because you want to be buying low and you want to be selling price high, right? Because every time you buy high, you just don't know exactly what's going to happen. Because above 150, 156, 150, there's still rejection areas. So at those moments, you want to be trading inside the current already created range to have you a higher high to be retested and continuation after for the second leg that's most likely going to be bigger. Yes, we are. You got also got to understand we have 156, so it's a level. So this could have also been stopped. You could have also been here, boom up. You could have gotten 10 pips, boom down, fake out. It happens day by day. If you already watched me before, you see it happening every time. Every time it happens, people get caught in 9 o'clock London Open. People buy the high, get faked out. Now there was a lot of volume right now today to continue moving price up. But it also happens day after day that price is going to fake you out once you're buying those highs or once you're selling those lows. Now, what I mean by selling those lows, right? I'm going to select this for a moment. I don't know if we can turn it around. I don't think so. Right? It's going to be the same vice versa. Now, the only thing you have to see is that these candles should be red, green, red, green, red. You want to be selling over here. You want to be selling over here, right here at this arrow. You don't want to be selling over here, right? You don't know if the next leg is going to be bigger. You don't know. The only thing you could know if you're in lower and you're already at break even, because the moment you were buying over here, all these people are already risk free. They're already risk free. They don't have anything to risk anymore, right? And you still got a 21, 22 pip loss on the table that you could possibly take if things don't go your way. So you got to be very careful with that. And if you want to be buying at selling at those levels or buying at those levels, you want to be buying at the retest of this level to continue moving further up, right? Now, your question was, how do you get in on the lower time frames? On the lower level of this pullback, right? Then you have to go to the lower time frame and see what's actually going on. So if we go to the 1 hour time frame, you can see, right? This candle has closed above. This candle right here was doing some dodgy business. You see this little inconsistency right here where the price is just having a small weird little candle tap in towards that wick right there, right? If you go to the lower time frames, you can see that here people got caught into sells right here. You can see this is a retest area. Price did not create any break of structure yet, right? 15-minute time frame. You go back down to the 15-minute time frame. You can see retest area right here. Retest, right? Retest. Maybe even a little lower. This could also be the zone right over here. In between this area is the zone of the retest area, right? Now, if you go to the 5-minute time frame, you can see You see in the 5-minute time frame, we're coming up into this zone, previous resistance, previous support, consolidation, push up, right? We're respecting this level over here. You can see this candle rejecting bearish momentum. Yes, you can see on the 30-minute time frame, 30-minute candle low. On your strategy, you would have normally been selling on the 30-minute candle low. Now you don't really want to sell there, but there's a lot of people that did sell over there. I can tell you right now that so many people took it now right there, right? So once you see this candle rejecting, and once you see price breaking the high of this previous candle, this candle at 840, just before that 15-minute candle closure, right? Oh, it already closed. Never mind. Yeah, this was this closure just before this candle update. Once candles like these, like normally I would get in on the open because it respected this support. It respected this. You can see on the previous levels, it all respected those levels. Now, what you wanted to do is either get in over here or get in over here, because then you have a high to retest. Yeah, your stop loss is going to be right here. So your stop loss is going to be rather small, right? And you only have higher potential to continue moving further up. The moment you're going to cross this area, right? You're already at break even. I was already at break even. I think it was over here or something, or a little bit lower. So I was already at break even at those levels, because I do not want to risk my profits anymore if price decides to reject, right? When price breaks those highs, don't know whether it's going to fake out at London Open and push price back down to create a higher low on the higher time frames to continue moving down for a moment. On the lower time frame, bearish structure is going to form at that time, but you just don't know. Like there is a high probability that London Open fakes out. So at these moments, when price is coming up towards these areas, I already want to be risk free. There is no reason for me to risk any money anymore, because there is a high potential of a probable rejection or fake out. So next time, looking into the lower time frame, looking rejection, looking where the actual retest is, and then take it based on that. Because if you would have taken it based on this, on the break of this high, stop loss here, 6.5 pips. Now mine, I'd put them always a little bit higher, 7 pips, a little bit like this, because then I have a little bit of breathing room as well if it decides to come down there. No drawdown, 0 drawdown, and your first potential is already going to be like what, 12? Now the moment I was over here, 6-7 pips, break even. Yeah, there's nothing to lose for me anymore. And my first potential was around 14 to 12 pips, right? And at this time, you already only have your runner running, and you have everything closed. Like you have your stop loss closed against your entry, right? And as you can see from the entry, your risk reward is going to be 10 times better, because let's say you held towards that 600 level, right? See the risk reward? See that? That's enormous. Start counting it from here. It's only 1 to 2. See? So the amount of losses you can take based on taking those trades are going to be way more than taking just 2 L's on what you just did, right? Because it does not make sense to put your stop loss over here once you see price breaking up over here, because you have to look at the break of structure and the ultimate structure itself, which is forming on all time frames. So I would say between 984 and 156.20, that was the ultimate entry on this trade, and that would have been a lot better than where you got in. You got to understand for yourself, right? You don't want to be buying high and you don't want to be selling low. That's like the housing market is on the full-on highs, and you're gonna buy a few houses. That's it. And now everything's gonna plummet, and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? How can I get out of this? You know? Yeah, it's pushing up. It doesn't care. It's crazy. Overall, Peter, it's not like it didn't play out, but I'm just, hey, be careful. That's the only thing. Careful. try and see where you could have gotten in from the beginning of the move instead of halfway of where the move was already going. Is it okay if I trade London session for 2 hours, then New York session for 3 hours, around 2 trades a session? No, that's not okay. Gold didn't respect the support. What do you mean? Oh, gold. Ooh. Ooh, damn, boy. That's pushing down. That's already coming up towards that retest area. Holy shit. 4-hour support just got respected. But disrespected, I mean. Crazy. I'm going to be very careful with gold today because of that retail sales. I don't really feel like touching it that much. Especially because of CPI. CPI this Wednesday. That was not fun. Crazy moves. Thanks for this. Very informative. No worries, man. No worries. The 100, I think you should just choose on one of the sessions. Like, that question already tells me that you're probably beginning in trading or a little bit deeper in trading, but I would advise you choose one session and only choose 1 to 2 trades. Only take 1 to 2 trades. Yeah, sometimes I take 3, but rarely, right? Rarely. Only if it's like the perfect opportunity. Right? So what I would advise you, the 100, is just I don't know what time zones you're in, but if you are able to, I would personally choose New York as a beginner, because London session is rather hard at the moment. It's rather hard. A lot of fake outs, a lot of indecision in the price. Now, right now there's no indecision. Gold is dropping, GG is flying. So it's pretty good right now, but you know, sometimes it could be vice versa. So as a beginner, I would advise you start trading just a low currency pair. Maybe like GU, GJ, around that. Yeah, 612. So I'm not gonna take anything on that though. I'm bullish. I'm 100% bullish. The way this price is pushing up, I'm bullish. There's no way I'm gonna be selling this price. Look, but you were trading 2 sessions, yeah, but I'm already trading for a very long amount of time. Not very long, but I'm already trading for over 2 years now. Nearly. Yeah, over 2 years now. So the thing is, the 100 is the difference in those times, right? I do not know how to trade Asian session. I've never traded Asian session before. Never. Right? Maybe I was up one time with midnight, but I never took a trade in the Asian session. So, and if I look at Asian sessions movement, it's different than movement of London. London moves different than New York, and you can say like, yeah, but it's price and this and that. It's really different. It's really different. So there are certain characteristics in the sessions itself. So London, New York, Asian have their certain characteristics on when volume comes in, when price is ranging, when news comes in. You know, like New York, you have way more news in those sessions. You have USD news constantly coming up. You have retail sales, CPI, NFP, this and that. Now in the pound yen, there's not much. There is news, 100%. You can't say there's no news, but based on the dollar, there's a lot more strong news coming up, because if you look for the pound, I do not see crazy pound news this week, right? You have this news coming up over here. You probably have some news for here, retail sales monitor, but you can see on the dollar, boom, news, AUD news. Here, boom, news, Mr. Bowman is speaking. Here, news, 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 news. Even more news, entire day of news, right? It's all USD. What I just selected is all USD news. So obviously there's going to be a lot of different movement on New York session and London, because we don't have retail sales in London, right? Well, we have retail sales in London for the pound, but we don't have it for let's say the dollar, right? Because it doesn't make any sense. Let's say over here, right? You're gonna go to the next week. Got some more news for the pound, CPI for the pound, but it's not as crazy as the dollar, right? So, and next week we barely have any USD news. We got unemployment claims as always on Thursday, but overall it's pretty good. Mr. Bailey speaking for the pound, and then we have some industrial production on Monday. It's pretty cool. Bailey speaking Sunday, so I'm probably gonna see gap on the pound. There's a high chance for a gap on the pound. I think. Where? Crazy. People be taking those buys on pound yen. So yeah, that's it a little bit. You just have to be very careful with what you're doing. Gold is dropping fast. I'm not going to drop gold right now, but as I was talking about all the sessions and all the news that's coming up, and I was talking to the 100, be careful with what type of trades you're taking. So, sorry, I was WhatsApp for a moment. Gold's now sitting at 200 EMA. I don't know. Unless then I just set that in. Only 2 people. I don't understand what you're trying to say. How do you live backtesting your setups, collecting a sample is size instead of just normal backtesting on past data? Yeah, yeah, I do look at like live backtesting. I'm gonna go into some more no live backtesting for a moment. I want to see a certain setup form on gold. But overall, I do just live trades. I don't use simulator. As I said, I want to see something on gold, which is hard to see when it already, well, it's easy to see when it already happened, but I want to see it when it didn't happen yet. I have gold sales running from 88.78, looking to hit 70. Okay, go ahead. I ain't gonna say much. guys, don't forget to check out Share Vision. I'm live streaming there as well. And if you haven't liked yet, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Likes are rookie numbers right now though. Up around nearly 200 people in on 35 likes. Gotta push those numbers up. I mean, so I can't trade since I have a $100 account. I only have 10% chance. No, don't think about that, man. Don't look too much around at the people. Oh, 95% of the traders are losing this and that. Just look at yourself. Look at your own growth. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck about anyone else. So that's the same mindset you have to have. Like, even if everybody's losing, why would you lose? You got to do everything about it not to lose, right? And there's a lot of people that don't have the discipline and don't have the commitment to be able to do that. You have to be committed to what you're doing, and if you're committed, and if you say this is what I'm going to do, it only takes time for you to be able to become it. So, and it's the same with trading. I've seen many people in the past. I mean, many people in the past that have been in my group, have been in someone else's group, have been with me. They'll quit. I know only a couple that don't quit. Only a couple that don't quit. That just push on every day. You know, they push on every day. They're committed to what they're doing. They're committed to the trading itself. They're disciplined to be there every day. Not maybe at the same time, but they're disciplined to be there every day. Look at the charts. Look at when it's when price is going down and not in their direction, losing money. They're able to go through that pain, be able to go to the good side, right? And when you're able to do that, you're gonna succeed in everything. The only difference between a quitter and a winner is the mindset. That's the only difference. The only difference. In my opinion, when you want to do something, you're gonna do it, and there shouldn't be any doubt in your mind on what you're gonna do. Even if you want to be, let's say you want to be a fighter jet pilot, or let's say you want to be an accountant, or let's say you want to be, I don't know what you want to be. Like, I don't care what you want to be. It doesn't matter what you want to be. If you want to become an accountant, or if you want to become a fighter pilot, or if you want to become a policeman, or if you want to become a bank robber, you gotta do no, not that. You gotta put everything in it to be able to become it. There's no, like, you gotta grab the dictionary, pull out the entire page where all the things are in that says quitting. Everything that says quitting, leaving, pull it out. Because if you want to become something, you gotta do it. There's no doubt in your mind that you can't do it. You can do it. It only takes time. Time. Same with trading. Same with trading. It just takes you time to be able to become it. And yes, there's going to be a lot of rough roads. There's going to be a lot of cliff falls you're going to come across. A lot of cliff falls, a lot of big falls, and you're in pain, and you don't want to go anymore. But the only thing you just have to keep in mind is just, this is a rocky road, and the rest of the road I'm gonna drive. Yeah, sometimes they're gonna be rocky roads. The only thing you have to do, the only thing you have to be able to do is accept them. Like, that's the only thing. Accept them. You know, go over it, drive over it, do it, accept the pain, and you're gonna come into sunshine again, because it can't always be storming, right? So, can't always be storming. That's it. And yeah, sometimes it storms hard, a little bit of sunshine, storm again, a little bit of sunshine, storm again. And it's gonna be really painful, and it's gonna be like, oh man, I can't see the light. I just can't see it. Don't know what to do. Keep on going. Keep on pushing. And this is with everything you do, even if you're not a trader, even if you have a business yourself, or if you want to become something. This is what you're gonna do, and this is what you're gonna become. There is no other thing. Every A, B, C, D, E, F, G plan is based on plan A. Everything you do is based on plan A. This is plan A. That's what I've seen from a lot of people as well. Just, you have to choose just one thing. This is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. And that's it. That's it. Not directly on how I'm going to do it, but this is who I'm going to become and what I'm going to do. That's it. That's the only thing you have to choose. It's your choice what you want to become. If you want to become an employee, you become an employee. If you want to become a business owner, you become a business owner. And people say, yeah, but it wasn't a choice for me to become an employee. I want to be a business owner. You already had the time to become a business owner. The only difference was that you didn't take the choice to be one. And everything takes time. If you're dedicated, committed to it, you will do everything until you die. That's it. Just learn from great failure. Yeah, there's only like you just gotta accept those roads that are rocky and the painful roads that are coming up. The only thing you have to do is accept them. You know, this is sometimes how it's gonna be. Accept it, go over it. You're gonna, it's if you know you're committed to what you're gonna do, you don't care if it's a rocky road. You don't care if it's pain. You do not care because you know there are gonna be more sunnier days coming up very soon, sooner or later. Brampton, there's no average salary for a trader. Thanks for that because I did not quit, but I'm now on 144. Next to me, I have a strong spirit. Perfect. Morning, Luke. I've just subscribed to your channel. Thank you. You know, it's a beautiful struggle. Facts. Like Mike Tyson said as well. You gotta accept the good and the bad. You gotta accept the good and the bad. Also, if you put it in perspective, you only accept the good. What's good at the end of the day, right? You gotta accept the good and the bad. If there wasn't bad, there wasn't good. So, bad is just a part of the program, and it's there. It's part of life. You just gotta accept it. That's it. And without bad, there wouldn't be any good. Just what was good then. Hey look, sorry for bothering you. Which type of account and what leverage should I go for $150? I'll go 1 to 100, and I would go for just a normal standard account, no commission base, standard account. I would trade around 0.03 lots. 0.03, not 0.30, 0.03. Learn how to trade, learn how to manage risk, learn how to, use those positions 0.01s to gain better entries. Well, I'm learning. I'm on the road learning 14 hours a day. Blew up $800 and it back at it with 15 hours a day. Hopefully it goes well. I don't know why you're 14 hours a day. That's not good. You only have to be here for 2 hours. Like, people don't understand. Trading is like it's something different than a business. It's the same as a business. It works as a business, but the amount of time that you need to spend in trading is not the same as a business, right? In a business, you need to do a lot of things. If you're selling products, you need to, get the marketing right, get the shipping logistics right, get the product right, development and all those things. You got to get all those things right, right? The websites and all of that. But on trading, there is a certain rule in trading because there's more psychological things happening in your mind when you're trading. You have to be looking at it's like people call it gambling. It's not, but it's just controlling your psychological state pretty much. Just be here for 2 hours, 3 hours, and leave, go away, leave. You're allowed to backtest at night on a simulator. You're allowed to go backtest for 2 hours. Yeah, go backtest for 1 or 2 hours. Go read a book like Rampton is saying. Rampton, I mean, go read a book about trading or go backtest. But the actual trading should only be around 1 to 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, around that maximum. I'm only here, like, to be fair with you, right now I could only be here for 10 minutes. If I wake up, 9 out of 10 times I have a trade in between 10 minutes time and I'm done. And I can leave. Right? Like today. 10 minutes time, get a trade and leave. Right? But that's not like what I'm planning. I'm planning to learn you guys something as well. I'm planning to see what I can do maybe on a second trade. But if you make one trade, it should be enough for you to say, hey, I made more than the average lad working 8 hours a day. I can leave. I can do my thing. Trading is there to create space and time for you, and you got to understand that it's not about the amount of money. It's about the amount of time you're gaining. Time is what you're gaining from trading. Talked about earlier. Give me a moment. Time is worth a lot more than the amount of money you're making from trading. And then you got to put it in perspective, right? You got to put it in perspective. If you're able to make an average income on a daily basis from a person that's normally working at a day job in less amount of time, then you're already winning. You're winning time. Time is the most valuable thing that you have right here. Time. It's all time. It's not money. Time. So let's say an average person makes $100 a day working. If you're able to make that one, like in 8 hours or 9 hours of work, if you're able to make that $100 in 1 hour, 2 hours time, or maybe even 10 minutes, you receive time. You maybe didn't receive more money, but you receive time, and the time is worth way more. Because I was talking to some other people about this too, right? You're gonna see about the things you really like to do, right? The things you really like to do. You got to put into perspective the fact that you're working 1 or 2/3 of your entire lifetime. 8 hours a day, all daytime, you're working for someone else, or you're working on a business or something, right? A lot of time is put into that. You know how much, if you start calculating, right? Maybe you see a certain family, you only see them maybe once or twice a year. If you start calculating them, maybe they're already 70 years old. Next 10 years, they're going to be 80. You only see them once or twice a year. You're only going to be seeing them, what, 20 times? 20 times in the next year? The next 10 years? 20 times in the next 10 years, right? You got to create that time for yourself to be able to spend more time with the things you really love, and not with just making money and trying to buy a big car and trying to, go on big vacation. No, you got to be looking at time. Like when I'm done, I can walk outside right now, and I can walk in the park, and I can see how beautiful everything is, instead of working behind a desk the entire day, right? Or I can go to someone else I know, which someone that inspires me, or someone that I love, right? Because that's way more worth than all the money you're getting from trading. The only thing, the most important thing you're getting from trading is time, and people don't understand that. Time, 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 only time. Yeah, sometimes if you're really good at trading, you can make way more money in trading. But the only thing people see is money right now. They only see money, right? So really important to also just look at what the most valuable actual thing you're getting. Trading is simple, but it's not easy. Oh, it's one of the hardest. Like if I would have set up another business in the 2 years time I've put the amount of time into trading, that business would have been huge. Would have been bigger right now than my trading career. But sooner or later, my trading career is going to be bigger than that business again, because it only takes time. Trading is unlimited. There's no there's pretty much there's no limit. Here's the hardest way to make an easy living. Yes.
I'm an example of that.
Exactly, man. Like Augustus. Straight example.
Guys.
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Took them GJ buys.
Yeah, I couldn't hold myself, man. I couldn't hold myself.
You saw my chart coming in, like, oh shit.
Nah, because everyone was sending me charts. Look at this winner, look at this winner. I like you guys, man. When I'm not deciding to trade, because I made my decision yesterday. I was like, I'm not gonna decide. But then I saw GG fly. I'm like, okay, I'm getting 1 minute trade. That's it.
Yeah, that was savage entry though. Crazy.
Yeah, thank you, man. Literally not drawdown. 2 minutes, 10 pips. Happy days.
Yeah. Same here, man. I had no drawdown as well. I took those buys all the way from here. Pretty much right here.
You know what was actually paying attention to them? to those buys when you take exactly the same entry as looking at, because we had the same scenario yesterday.
Yeah,
Pre-London,
yeah.
Exactly same scenario. Pre-London, we push down, then we go back up. London pushes, same thing. That's what I keep saying to people: collect the data, because that will tell you, you know, at what times what's happening.
Exactly. This was a 70 pip push nearly. Crazy.
I sent this monthly chart on 27th of August. I was late only 1 month for this bullish candle.
Crazy. It's also a fake out on the monthly candle to be
no, bro. No, there's no fake out. No, that's what we're wrong, man. There's no fake out, because people think, oh, we broke the support and now we're gonna go down. No, but that's not your higher high, and that's not your higher low. That's the problem. That's what people make mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I see. Yeah, because if you see in the weekly time frame, the only thing there was this didn't get broken. This was the structure.
Yeah, this was your weekly structure.
Let's push up, lower,
and a higher high. That's it.
And then we had that lower time frame break of structure again. Continuation. What I'm seeing.
No, but what I'm saying, if you look from the bottom of the range, you see where's your to the left where it all started. Yeah, here. Yeah. So this is your previous high or low. And look at the high. This is your previous high or high. So anything in between that, it's a range.
Fact.
So nothing else. So basically what we traded the weekly range in between that. So I was always anticipating buys on a higher time frames. And when monthly closed that way, I was like, okay, if we close below the monthly previous bullish candle to the left, if you can see, this one. If we close below this one, then we go down.
Yeah, that's true. Fact.
Because this is your rejection area. So that was my scenario, man. Because everything was bullish. Only the bearish trend we had was on a daily.
This was just a pullback on the lower time frame to see. You know, that's very crazy to see.
Yeah, because people thought, oh, we're gonna go into sells when we broke that monthly minor support, but that was exactly the same scenario as yesterday on the lower time frames, man. People thinking, but your higher low is like 141 or whatever on the monthly. I don't remember the exact numbers.
Yeah.
So honestly, guys, pretty simple trade today. Who took GJ?
Oh man, that was easy. I was looking, I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna take a little while. I was just looking, I was like, yeah, I got in.
It took a SpaceX, man, to reach that.
Bro, and I was looking at it 5 minutes later, it's going up again. I'm like, holy shit.
It was mad, honestly. As I'm saying, like, this monthly candle was a nice push for the last quarter, so we might have a nice last quarter push.
Yeah, this weekly is also closing very strong now.
So if this weekly closes like this, that means we creating new weekly highs.
Yeah.
So that's a really good scenario for us.
Yeah,
we anticipate for the buys. Obviously, maybe not next week. I want to see some sort of pullback after this sort of move.
Yeah. Since June 2016, January 2018, we haven't been this high before.
Yeah, but you see, the only thing I'm thinking of what's driving the price is only the positivity of the vaccinations that UK has.
Yeah. That's what about like because there's a lot of problems with a lot of like gas and fuel and stuff in UK as well, right?
There's no problem, man. I'm gonna tell you one thing.
It's manipulation.
Petrol has yes, manipulation, because petrol has an expiration date.
Yeah.
And they because during the COVID we couldn't use the petrol, like airplanes and all that shit, right? So we have to sell this off. So that's why they create the panic for them to sell it off as quickly as possible. As the same as the retailers do in their shops. They create, Black Friday or whatever it's called, to sell off the limited stock. So same thing in here. You just need to think in the macro terms.
Yeah, same here. Gas prices are like normal house gas prices, just normal gas, not fuel for cars. Gas prices are going up 7 times.
Yeah. Of course, for example, in my country, in the capital, the heating price went up to 57%, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyways, Luki, I'm heading
Enjoy
to
the
the
gym,
gym.
man. Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
thank you, thank you. Take care, guys.
See
Take
you
care.
later,
Bye
yeah.
bye.
Guys,
Bye bye.
if you don't know Augustus yet, make sure to go on Instagram. Go on Instagram for a moment. I'm right here. Up Augustus. Make sure to follow him. Look at those. Chess game is strong. But make sure to follow him. Very nice guy, very good trader. Also, if you're Lithuanian, he does a Lithuanian course. He's a pretty good good mentor as well. He can really teach you where to find things are in trading. And for me, he's also an inspiration. More, I can say pretty much more. He's pretty much my mentor. So if you would like to follow him, I'll put his link right here in the channel box description. There you go. It's a problem in Japan. Japanese yen hit all-time lows against dollar. Okay. Damn. Could be seen. Yeah. Everyone comes to Forex, but it's easy and quick money, including myself and got slapped. It's not, yeah, it's not at all easy. Quick money is probably one of the hardest ways to make money right now. Go to a job, it's way easier to get money. Way easier. We'll say it's easy. Do it for a couple months. I'm mad buying high shit. Hey look, I watched the ICT course. Hey look, you watch the ICT course anyway? Here in the live. Any feedback on it? I think it's very good. It opened my eyes in a lot of things. Buying at certain places, selling at certain places. After this impulse high, we'll probably see a flat correction on the pound yen till the end of this month. I don't know. I'm not gonna try and guess. Just your retest, but look at that. All the way from here, from the 7th of October, we pushed up from 51 all the way to 56. There's 5.7 yen difference right there. Pretty crazy. There's a lot of chance. There's more, I guess those positions that you take on 5 minute are based on ICT stuff, right? Not always, but some are. Just have to look on. Also buying high, selling low, buying at places where people would sell. You know, I bought at a place where normal people would sell, right? That's very important. He looks at places where people are selling, where people are buying, and he wants to do the opposite, right? And what I did was pretty much the opposite. If you look on the 5 minute time frame, right? If you look on the 5 minute time frame on where I started selling, you can see we're breaking lower lows, right? Coming up from here, breakout, retest, continuation, lower low, lower high, break of lower lows, breakout. People were sells. People were full on sells right here. And you can see by the 15 minute time frame, sells right here. 30 minute low got broken, sells. Talked about this before. Sells. People see a bearish candle, people go sell. Sell, break of the low, sell, 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 sell. So I can tell you, there's millions of people here that sold that got clapped. Right? Looking for the channel you talked about earlier. Can you share the link? I don't know what I was talking about anymore. You're gonna remind me of what I said. So they would be selling over here. Sell, sell, sells. Everyone getting sells because they think price is high up, right? The only thing it's doing is just making a higher low to continue moving further up. Now, I didn't expect this to go this high. Like, to be fair with you, I did not expect all of this to happen. I was expecting this retest and maybe up towards like 300 or 200 something. This was all excessive movement outside of that. But at 156, perfect entry. Very, very, very nice. I like that. It's even a little bit better than me. 2 pips. So that 96. Oh shit, Radham, you're killing it. Killing it. Killing it. Oh, share vision. Oh, share vision. Sure thing. Let me gonna go to share vision. Hopefully it works now. Maybe working on it. Now on air. This one. Probably can hear myself. Yo, copy paste that. Yes. This link should work. The other platform I'm streaming on as well. Make sure to leave a like on there as well, especially on here too. More than 200 people in, only 65 likes, so they're absolute rookie numbers. Yeah, but just you want to buy at levels where people sell, right? Because you can see by breaking these lows, the same as breaking these highs where Peter was taking buys, that would be the same thing. These people would be taking buys. Now, if we weren't in such a bullish uptrend, I would be selling over here somewhere, right? People were selling here at 956, 965. I mean, and all of those levels right here to let price continue moving down, because they thought like, hey, we hit a certain level, we're probably gonna go back down to 55,700 or some other levels, but price was not ready to go there yet. It was still in a bullish uptrend, which you could see. You can see the way price is acting in those candles. You can see also by the pullbacks and the size of the entries, man. Textbook, yes. You can see by the size of the candles as well, right? You can see how big these bullish candles are. Bullish candle is bigger, small bearish candle. Bullish candle is bigger. You can see big bullish candle. Red candle is a little bit bigger. You can see the size of this candle. This went all the way over here, closed bullish over here. That's a big candle. Now this red candle, you can say it's bigger, but you can see the rejection formed on it. If it was that strong bearish, it would have closed over here, right? And if it wasn't that strong bearish, it would have not pulled all the way back up, all the way over here. Now this candle filled the wick, but it didn't even exceed the lows yet, right? You can see this candle, this green candle right here. That candle decided to engulf the previous candle. That means that there's bullish momentum in the market right now, right? Then this candle right here over here broke the high, did close bearish, could not even break the lows. Very, very weak 5-minute candle, bearish candle. Extremely weak 5-minute candle that's also rejecting, right? And that's what caused all those people to get in sells. Does not make sense. Does not make sense to get into sells over there, because the price is just gonna fake you out, and it does it every single day. Every day does it. So the only thing that was right to take buys when the highs got broken again. Because now you're buying at a low level. You don't want to be buying over here when these highs got broken, because it's way too high. It's the middle of the range. You want to be buying at the lower tide of the range, right? And then you buy and you continue moving up. And it's not always that easy. Could also give you first some drawdown before continue moving up. But this is how you make it easy for yourself. People in the chat talking about winning, but they probably lie. Who knows? I really don't care, to be honest. The thing is, you just have to, like, people can say whatever the fuck they want to say. Just care about your own trading. Don't care about anyone else. That's also what I hate about people, following all these live gurus talking shit. All that. What do you call it again when shit's getting hyped up between some people, like discussions and all of that, and just overall. They're not focused on themselves. They're only focused on what's going on in the outside of what they're actually doing. They're only coming up after that, after all those bullshit, people showing a lot of money or all of that. All of those things, I don't even have more to say about it. Just it's those people, how do you call that? I forgot that word. Sensation, fam. People are going straight after sensation. Just focus on you. Do you focus on yourself? You're the most important person in this entire chat, in this entire live stream. It's not about anyone else. It's all about you. What do you do? Not about what I do. Not about what someone else does. Yeah, people want to be entertained. I understand, but there's no sensation over here. No sensation. I'm only looking for growth, personal growth, everyone's growth, right? I'm not looking to go into certain discussions with people or when people are talking shit about anything else. Or I in the past as well, people talk shit about other people and they want to know my opinion about it. I don't give a fuck about all these other people. To be fair with you, I really don't. I really don't care. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. I really don't care. It's only, you just gotta block all those things out because they're only gonna distract you constantly on the things you're doing, and you don't think it could harm you, but at the end of the day you're thinking about it, which is already wasting your thinking time. I mean, that's why there's, yeah, the only reason why they're so popular is because they create sensation. They drive Lamborghinis, they show big profits, you know. The only way they create sensation, that's it. They create sensation by calling someone else out that's a bad trader while they don't even know what's going on. And that's going with everyone. I'm talking about everyone right now. You know? I guess a sexy ride. Yeah, I do. You know it. It's Where you getting that Bronco, Cody? But yeah, guys, I'm gonna probably end the stream on this one. It's been a good more than an hour. It's been a pretty good stream. If you learned something from it, make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification. Do that break and retest, but I can't catch a break on impulse trades because it's shit, Sheriff. Don't do it. Only do the break and retest. Break and retest is the highest probability of good trades. We had the break and retest here on pound yen as well. Should have catch that. Don't try and be you know, be taking those breakouts because breakouts can really turn you into that fake out and give you a big loss. Humbleness and open mindset. Peace out. Thank you, Antonio. So yeah, guys, I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys Monday morning again. Thank you guys. Bye.